remains a pigmented liquid or solid mastic composition that when applied to substrate in a thin layer converts to a solid film. Hello and welcome guys. In today's video we'll be talking about the different types of paints which are used in an aircraft and also the various steps which are followed during the painting of an aircraft. Airplanes are painted normally after 7 to 10 years. Painting of an aircraft extends beyond aesthetics. It protects the airframe integrity, and the paints also provide higher resistance to dirt. It takes about few days and maybe to few weeks also. Now before going into the steps, I want to talk about the different paints that are available. The first type of paint is called the dope, and they're mainly applied to fabric covered planes. And dope provides UV protection and also it has got good tensile strength. However, fabric types are used for covering planes and it has changed, and now new fabrics which are better than linen and cotton are used. The second type of paint is called the synthetic enamel paint, and they're mainly oil based paints which are applied on the aircraft exterior so that they offer protection and as well as durability. Hardener can also be mixed with it so that shining and durability can be increased, and also it helps in lowering the drying time. The third type of paint is called the lacquers. Earlier, nitrocellulose lacquers results in a semi-flexible hard finish, but after aging there were yellowing problem. So to avoid them, acrylic lacquers were made. It is still not used since it is not highly durable. And now the most commonly used paint in the aviation industry is called the polyurethane paints, since it exhibits natural resistance to UV rays and also it provides better finish. Steps which are used for painting in an airplane. Now before painting an airplane, the old paints are scrapped off, since we all know that weight is an important factor for an airplane. If we don't rub off the old paints, it can add up to the weight of an airplane. So the old paints are scrapped off either using a sandpaper or by using a solvent. Solvents are most commonly used, as sandpaper when rubbed on the surface can cause crack, and it can also spoil the texture of the surface. But by using a solvent, the old paints get scrapped off within 24 hours. In the second step, 2 layers of paints are coated. The first layer is called the primer, where zinc chromate is added, as it is anti-corrosive, and this gives the plane a green color. After the addition of the primer, we then add the top coat. In the top coat, enamel is added over the polyurethane paints, as it is a lower cost option and is also not dangerous. High volume low pressure spray painters are most commonly used, as they allow for thin layers of paint. As a result, we can reduce the weight of the aircraft. After the whole aircrafts are painted, licensed mechanics are made to inspect the airplane to check if there is blushing, sags and runs, fish eyes, or maybe wrinkles too. There is also a common question among us about why most of the airplanes are painted white and not any other color. The main reason for applying white is that it reflects sunlight, thereby minimizing heat, and also it prevents from potential damage, that is mostly from solar radiation. Another reason for applying white color is that it's easily visible, so that it helps in preventing bird strike. That is when a plane is flying at a low altitude, so that the bird can detect the presence of the aircraft so that it can get sufficient time to avoid collision. So the next time you board an airplane, just give a thought about the different steps of procedure that an airline will have to follow before it's rolled into service. If you all found my video informative, do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.